Microsoft. Let's just wait because, you know, sometimes YouTube cuts the video. Okay. Anyways, this is Hentai Happy, and I'm here to deliver you a quick bite. And that's just a snippet of news. I did my stream last time. I'm going to do the thumbnail for whatever happened in that stream. I have work in the morning, so this is just a quick bite. I'm going to tell you something about Microsoft. So Microsoft has now revoked access to the dev mode. In dev mode, you could run your homebrew, run your emulators, and overall just have a fun time. Basically, Microsoft has walled off dev mode to people who aren't active on the dev store for 90 days. So if you're not active on the dev store in 90 days, sorry, if you haven't been active on the dev store for 90 days, in 90 days, whatever, the past 90 days, your access to dev mode is blocked. Some people actually paid money to access dev mode for a one-time fee of like $20 or something. And when they did that, and they didn't publish anything to the store within 90 days, their accounts were revoked recently. So this comes from a modern vintage gamer. He says his account has been revoked. Of course, this is going to upset many people in the homebrew community, and they're probably going to find ways to unlock the full potential of the system. Remember, doing that technique, the dev mode, you only had partial access to the system's capabilities. But when somebody does crack it, when somebody does hack it, they'll be able to unleash the full power of the console. I still have my console, Xbox Series X console, sitting here. I still have my PS5 still sitting here. As gamers, we all have backlogs. We all have, games to play, but life catches up with us. I stopped playing video games when I was 14 because I was worried about university, right? And when I got to university, it was a total sham. I was so sad that I put my video games, anime, and manga aside to study for something that, the internet could have probably fed me better news. And I was more intelligent than probably most of the professors there. And let me tell you something. It was my professors who told me that. So, anyways, university, total waste of time. Anyways, I still have the console sitting here. And what you do is you don't wait until the software revision, or you don't wait until, the console gets a revision. You get the earliest version, because the earliest version is the one that's going to be jailbroken, and it's going to get the homebrew the earliest. Okay, that's history repeating itself several times. And if you're worried about the bugs, don't worry. The homebrew community is going to help out with the bugs. They'll patch everything up. They'll do a better job than the developers themselves. This has been seen many times over, okay? It's nothing new. So I urge you guys, if you have a first version of the Xbox Series X, just don't open it if you have a backlog. There's really no reason to open it. If you're like, oh, I want to play Call of Duty with my friends, you can do that on PC. If I want to play Battlefield with my friends, just do that on PC, man. Don't freaking open the damn thing. It's more valuable when you don't open it, when you don't touch it. Same thing with the PS5. PS5 was having issues, overheating issues. PS5 was having coil issues. PS5 was having software issues. Those things can easily be patched out by the community. And if it's having coil issues, you can probably go in yourself, change the coil to prevent the coil whine. I don't know. I still have my PS5 in the box. I don't know if I have coil whine or not, but it's an easily remedied thingamajig if you know what you're doing. If you go inside and you know what you're doing. Microsoft has done bad by the consumer now. And I don't know, I think Microsoft was getting peer pressure from Nintendo and Sony. Given that Nintendo and Sony have implemented a no-compete law in Japan, and then Sony buckled from Japan and then went to America. But anyways, that no compete law still stands. Hardware modifications to enhance or whatever, goes against a law in Japan. So I don't know. Maybe there's that too. Maybe they want to be on equal footing or something like that. But in my eyes, the Microsoft Series X console was the definitive console to get for this generation. And now they've done this, but the hardware is still there. The hardware is still good. Just the capabilities are walled off, and it's like grabbing your computer and walling off or like limiting the capacity of the computer and telling you not to touch it. I remember there was computers like this. My sister bought a computer when she was in university. It had Microsoft Windows 95 and whatever. It had a lock on the front of the computer that said, "Do not open, only use the store to open the computer," and whatever. And I was like, that's hilarious. So I opened up the computer, I upgraded everything after the fact when I was in university, just for as a side project, just to mess around with it. And yeah, even QR codes existed back in those days, like with an Intel Pentium 1 or Intel Pentium 2 processor, which is crazy, bro. QR codes did exist, and they were scanned by lasers to make the whatever processing chip. It was just a crazy time back in that time. Anyways, yeah, so it was just like that. So I'm like, no, the consumers are not going to ignore their console just because Microsoft walled it off. So basically, Microsoft has provoked the homebrew community, and yeah, I'm guessing the console is going to see new OS system in the future, a new custom OS system. If you get my drift, bro. It's gonna be pretty cool given the Microsoft Xbox Series X is capabilities. Same thing with the Series S, but yeah, if you wanted a Series S, you want to play like old stuff and stuff, but don't worry, baby. It's coming up. Anyways, now let's talk about Advanced Wars 1 and 2, Intelligent Systems, the creator of Fire Emblem and Advanced Wars. Advanced Wars, I just thought about it. I looked at it again. When I first saw the trailer, it wasn't up for pre-order, and I was like, it doesn't look too great, when I first saw it. It looks like kind of an effort on par with Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Diamond, the remakes for Nintendo Switch. It has all this, ugly graphics. It's colorful. The palette is colorful, but it's just ugly graphics. And it reminds me of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. For me, I love the charm of the initial Advanced Wars on Game Boy and Nintendo DS. But now that they're moving away from the pixelated look, I feel that I don't know who they're marketing it for. Are they marketing for the really simple kids? I don't know, like if you're like 2 years old or something, because I could see that being a draw for simple kids, 2 years old. But the art style is way off-putting. See, that's the problem with transitioning from pixelated to 3D. You have to do it right. You have to be faithful. But then people are going to say, well, they are faithful. Look at this. Well, it doesn't just capture the magic that the originals had. And it's very worrying. It's very worrying. Let me put it as that. Anyways, I went to Amazon.com. It sold out. I probably pre-ordered it there. But I didn't check. So I pre-ordered it somewhere else in Japan. It's cheaper than the Amazon pre-order too. So I urge you guys to look around for a different pre-order site. Amazon.com is totalement épuisé. So yeah, I want to see if it can live up to what else was. Like in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, they had shortcomings in regards to the config, configuration, the UI, the setup, and they carried them over to the new console, and they didn't change them for quality of life. I'm hoping that this remake isn't as faithful as the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I hope so. I hope it's not as faithful as that, cutting corners as that. I think that's what's gonna happen too. I'm just getting the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl vibes, bro. I'm sure most of us now, we have kids, we have families, and you know, you want to introduce your favorite game as a child to your family and your kids, but there's also the fact that we want quality too. We just don't want to cash in. I hope Advanced Wars 1 and 2 isn't a cash in. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll make a thumbnail for my prior stream. And yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you later today after work, hopefully. There's another windstorm happening, so it should be a fun time to drive. Peace out.